Here's a cool concept we've never seen before. We found a restaurant that lets customers actually buy a glass of wine for somebody who's not even there. We'll explain how it works in a minute, but first, let's check out the food. Bakery by day, wine bar by night. Located a block from the commuter rail on Depot Square in Ipswich, Christopher's Table is a casual eatery serving sandwiches and sweets for lunch and a more sophisticated experience for dinner. This sultry setting is clad in comfortable couches and sexy chandeliers with a live jazz soundtrack to match the equally jazzed up menu. After working in the kitchen prepping all day, chef owner Christopher DiStefano ditches the chef's coat for a sports coat, completing the transformation and uncorking the fun.
At night, we transform the bakery cafe into a wine bar and lounge. Lights get darker, music changes. We start seeing people from the surrounding communities coming in because they want to just kind of unwind after their day. They want to have a nice glass of wine.
And while this is a wine bar, food is definitely the focus, with a menu of small plates to share while you sit.
What we find are people are coming, with a friend or on a date night or with a group of girlfriends, and they want to just order a bunch of different things and spend a good amount of time just kind of noshing and talking and drinking wine.
Nosh-worthy bites include the trio of sliders stuffed with gorgonzola, caramelized onion, and hickory smoked bacon.
Once you bite into it, you're getting kind of all that melted cheese, that nice salty, crispy bacon, and then obviously that delicious, creamy gorgonzola.
The arancini also come with a delicious center consisting of goat cheese, roasted peppers, and caramelized onions, all encapsulated in a crunchy coating.
So the first thing that you get is you get that golden fried color and you get that crispy texture. And then obviously in the center, you've got that nice, soft, creamy goat cheese mixed with the savory fillings. And then they're on top of a roasted tomato sauce.
The trio of soups are artfully presented in shot glasses, each with a gourmet garnish. There's a roasted tomato parmesan soup with crunchy crostini. The creamy potato leek comes with lacquered bacon, and the butternut squash and apple bisque is topped with toasted pumpkin seeds.
It would be really easy to just put out a bowl of soup, but we decided to do a trio. It's a little bit more fun. It's a nice presentation. It allows you to kind of sample the flavors of the soups that we have.
As for entrees, Christopher's Table covers all of the classics. The comforting chicken pot pie comes in its own crock, topped with a flaky crust and loaded with chunks of chicken and vegetables. PEI mussels get a Thai twist with a tangy coconut curry broth. But for a truly memorable meal, try the braised short ribs. Slow cooked and served on polenta, these morsels of meat are fork tender and filling.
It's a hearty dish, and there's lots of sauce, and you've got that creamy polenta, and you've got that melt in your mouth meat. It's a good dish. It's obscene.
And while wine is mostly served by the glass, it's also used in one of Christopher's desserts. The stuffed poached pear is soaked in red wine and pomegranate juice, filled with a lemon and cinnamon mascarpone cream, and then dusted with crushed ginger snaps. And for chocolate lovers, the Spanish churros come with a creamy cocoa elixir for dipping.
Churros are fun. We serve our churros pretty traditionally, dusted with the cinnamon sugar, and we give you our little house-made chocolate elixir for dunking. They're just really fun. I mean, how can you go wrong with churros?
Since Christopher's Table is a wine bar, you can imagine that there's a huge emphasis on beverages. So much so that Christopher has come up with something truly unique, the Buy a Friend Drink Program.
The Buy a Friend a Drink program allows people who are here having a glass of wine to buy a friend a drink who is not here.
The process is simple. Just add a beverage to your bill, let your server know who it's for, and once the drink is purchased, it's added to a big, colorful chalkboard behind the bar. Then the recipient is notified of their cool, refreshing gift through social media outlets like Facebook.
It has a warm and fuzzy element to it. I've heard customers say, oh, you know who would love it here? We need to get them in here. And so they'll buy that person a drink as a way to kind of introduce them to Christopher's Table.
And whether you come to drink or dine, you'll definitely want to introduce yourself to Christopher's Table.